live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. This go around, it's time for us to tell you once again what's going on in your neck of the woods this weekend. We got a little bit for everybody. Music lovers, meat lovers, haunted history lovers, and lovers of all things, if you know what I mean, baby. Ow! I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
What's happening, Jack?
Please stop now.
Why?
That was awesome, but please stop. You're going to kill me.
What's the matter, baby? Are you not in love with it?
Please stop. Come on. We have to start this show.
All right, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it on, baby.
No?
Okay. I thought it was the perfect intro.
Hey, you know, I kept thinking to myself earlier, do I radio it up when I get on here? So welcome, Harley.
Yes, Brett.
It's that time of the week.
I'm crying.
It's technically hump day, but it just depends on when people are listening, but.
Hey, Mike.
What day is it, man? What is it?
It's a perfect opportunity to get you over the hump and
Headed into the weekend.
So we are going to be talking about a lot of weekend activities that are coming up this weekend.
Yeah. We've got, there's all kinds of stuff, as always, going on. I really think it's a little bit for everybody.
I think there's something there for everybody.
If you're haunted, you're possessed, if you're hungry, if you're scared of heights, there's probably some stuff you don't want to do on there. If you want to take it down a notch or two.
And we're kind of all over the state, so I think geographically, no matter where you are in the state, you should be able to make it. Something.
There's nothing this weekend. OU's got to bye this week, so you don't have to worry about OU football. As far as I know, I might need to check my schedule, but lots of stuff going on. Where do we start? Where do we even start?
I want to start way north. Can we start just way north for just a minute?
North of
the
Mason-Dixon?
Like way up north.
Okay.
Where? Can you and I talk about South Dakota for just a dang second?
Yes, with just a lingering minute, maybe.
Okay, so we're really kicking butt on downloads,
dude.
And most of them are in Oklahoma proper, which they should be. The show is called OnlyinOKShow. But outside of that, in every state in the country,
including states outside of the country.
Oh, there are places outside of the country, but every state in the country has got at least a few downloads, except for South Dakota.
South Dakota, if you're listening, Laos has more downloads than you do.
But I just don't understand.
I don't either. Is the what is the situation?
Does anybody know anybody in South Dakota? This could be a conspiracy. Maybe South Dakota doesn't really exist. Outside of maps.
Here's the thing. I'm not a conspiracy guy. Maybe there's some lingering, I don't know, maybe some hard feelings from the Traveloddities days.
Maybe. But it could be like some oppressive government up there. I've not been to South Dakota in a while. So maybe it's like some sort of Chinese government kind of situation where they block the internet.
Well, Hawaii, we thought we were banned. They're back on board. So South Dakota, what's the situation? What's the frequency, Kenneth? That's a REM song. Sorry. I have to...
Really?
Yeah, really.
You got to call out an REM song at me?
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's only at you because you were looking at me when it happened. But yeah, South Dakota, come on, get your act together. You're missing out.
I just don't understand. Like I said, it makes sense that some people from Texas would listen because you know what? They're coming up.
They're coming up. California is listening. Seriously. South Dakota. Psh, whatever, dude.
Maybe they're just all on dial-up up there.
Maybe. Or does this have anything to do with net neutrality? I don't know. I don't know anything about technology, but I do know that apparently there's something going on with the broadband up there.
Well, I am ready to start talking about some of the awesome activities that we could all partake in this weekend.
Let's get it on. All right, 6 goes into 7. 1 is... God, I'm so frustrated. I'm scared to death. I'm an independent contractor, and I don't want to get punched in the jimmy by the IRS.
Brett, why don't you give our buddy Justin over at the Holiday Tax Group a call? One of their specialties is tax preparation and planning. And then on top of that, if you have a run-in with the IRS, they're going to have your back.
Perfect. But how do I find them?
You can reach them at holidaytaxgroup.com. And if the independent contractor thing works out for you, they also do estate planning. So they got you back on that one as well.
Oh, thank goodness. Thanks for the advice. That's holidaytaxgroup.com. Holiday with 2 L's. All right, Harley, where are we headed? Let's just spin the wheel.
Okay, well, I'm going to spin the wheel to the beginning of my list.
Okay. Oh, okay. I had nothing to do with it.
Arbuckle Mountain Fall Bluegrass Jam.
Say it 5 times fast.
Arbuckle Mountain Fall Bluegrass Jam. I can't even say it once.
Yep, going down this weekend?
This weekend. Actually, it starts this weekend, but it extends just a bit. October 13th through the 19th.
Okay.
In Davis, Oklahoma.
Everything down there.
All right. Go ahead.
Wait, buyer beware, no drinking, and no drugging. Rule number 1.
And no rock and roll music.
It's an unplugged event, so bring your acoustic everythings. Don't bring your electric guitar.
But seriously, no Stairway to Heaven unless you're doing a bluegrass version, because we're talking bluegrass. We're talking old country.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like Hank Williams?
Yes.
Not Hank Williams Jr.
I would say probably Hank Williams.
But not Jr.
Right. Maybe some Ricky Skaggs.
Allman Brothers?
No.
No?
Maybe. They're Southern rock, but this bluegrass is a little bit more down home.
All right. And then also some gospel.
Some gospel music down there. Now, the cool thing is, rain or shine, they're going to have a jam tent where jams are just going to happen down there.
I think that's cool.
I think it's really cool.
It's not that particular style of music is not my favorite. It's not my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be honest and upfront.
Right.
But I would totally hang out in the jam tent.
Oh, I would too. And they said that the day jams can happen spontaneously. Night jams start at 7. Rain or shine. I mean, how many concerts that are rain or shine?
But rare. I think more importantly, we hadn't touched on it yet.
Yeah.
This is like a camping event.
Yes.
So you're out there in your tent. You got your bedroll.
You can park your camper, your RV.
But the thing that I like, more than anything, more than the music, more than the jam tent, more than the camping, which you know I love camping.
Oh yeah, you're a camp god. I hate to say that because I'm giving you way too much clout.
I'm like Thor. Let's be honest. I'm like the Thor of camping.
Okay.
Or something like that. But the thing that really got my attention...
What?
The giant potluck dinner.
Oh, yeah. Bring your own covered dish. I'm going to freaking town.
Dude, I don't know that I've done like a giant potluck dinner since like my childhood church days.
Well, I'm always on the drink committee. I don't know if it's like, have you never tried my 7-layer salad? I mean, you know. You know what I mean? Like, give me a chance.
Okay, the only thing that I can't handle at a potluck
is 7-layer salad.
No.
What?
I'm fine with the 7-layer salad. The ambrosia thing, like the weird jello and peas and coconut and whipped cream. Like, I don't even know what's in there, but it looks gross.
You don't know what's in there, but you said it's got peas and it's got coconut.
I don't think any of those things are really in there. It just looks like it.
Well, it's not like a fruit cake.
No, but it's like a weird jelly thing.
Well, okay. But you can stay a day or stay a week. It's completely free.
That is completely awesome.
I mean, we preach the gospel of, hey, do something free if you can. This checks every box. Food, music, no drugs, no drinking.
So if you have a hankering, can I use the word hankering?
I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm from Oklahoma. I can use the word hankering.
I know, but you're I don't know.
I know I'm a transplant.
Don't be like some of those other podcasts that, talk down to.
No, but I wasn't using it as an insult. I was using it like I was asking permission to use a word that I feel like it
doesn't sound right.
It's more south than I have any right to be.
You're south side. That's more southeastern Oklahoma.
Okay.
So yeah.
So the once again though, the Arbuckle Mountain Fall Bluegrass Jam. I said it without messing it up.
Right. You stayed in your lane. You didn't say hankering again.
Up next. So I feel like we're cheating a little bit.
Yeah,
this is something we touched on a while back with Jeff Provine.
Yep, we're headed back to the well on this one.
But this weekend, the OU Campus Ghost Tour
Mm-hmm.
on October 18th.
Mm-hmm.
The tour is free, but they do accept donations to help create OU scholarships for current students. I think last year they were able to raise like $2,200.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not too shabby at all, but you get to...
That covers at least one kid's books.
It is kind of costly to go.
I mean, you did it for a little bit. Besides,
I did.
Until you decided to set out on your own and go backpacking.
Backpacking. All right. But, yeah, so you get to walk around inside some of the buildings and get some of the history and some of the spooky vibes.
The spoopy vibes.
Please stop with the spoopy. If I can't say hankering, you can't say spoopy.
Well, they're both spoopy words to use.
Please start.
Out of context.
Stop it.
I will stop. So how do you feel about ghost tours? We've never really talked about ghost tours in general. What is your general feeling of ghost tours?
I like the history.
Didn't you and I go on a ghost tour a decade ago at Fort Reno?
We did not.
I thought we did with an X-Files.
With an X-Files?
An ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
I could have swore it was you and I and
No.
some other people that are formerly known as people that were important to us.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so how do you feel about it?
I think they're cool. I like the history.
What's your favorite thing about the history? That's kind of dorky.
I know, but I still do. I like the spooky stories with a K, not with a P. You
Okay.
weirdo.
What is the scariest story you've ever heard on a ghost tour?
I don't know. It's a weird question.
I'm just asking.
What's the scariest story you've ever heard on a ghost tour?
There are no public restrooms?
If you want to learn a little bit more about the history of OU and some of the stranger occurrences in the area, especially if you believe in spectral beings or ghosts.
Or maybe you just believe in some Sooner magic, baby. Boomer Sooner. What's next?
What's next?
Oh, we weren't done yet? Okay,
No.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So it's a little over an hour long, hour and 15 minutes
Uh-huh.
long. They do have free parking. If you got a bigger group, they ask that you register in advance.
Mm-hmm. If you have mobility issues, they don't have any kind of like electric wheelchairs or scooters. So if that's something that you're going to need, you're definitely going to need it because you're going to be traversing the entire campus.
Okay, I think this next one's a
Yeah.
given.
What?
If you're going on the ghost tour
Yeah.
in the buildings without the lights on,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably going to need a flashlight. But I think more importantly, to scare your friends, to flash the flashlight up underneath your chin, you're
Yeah.
going to need a flashlight no matter what.
Yeah, I mean it's a great tour. It doesn't happen very often because of sporting events, because of Jeff's schedule. It's one of those things where these are few and far between. I put this on probably one of my top ghost tours that I've heard about. I haven't taken part in yet, but you definitely want to get on board. And if you have any questions, you can email them at tour@ou.edu for any
Inquiries.
inquiries.
Or inquiries.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What's
Email.
next?
Yeah, what's next?
Poteau Balloonfest. Okay, so Poteau just had a big event.
They did.
This is unfair. Well, it's not really Poteau that had the event.
So you're giving them a
Heebner.
double shout out. Oh, yeah.
Heebner Runestone is right there.
Right there near Poteau.
And they just had their huge Viking festival.
Mm-hmm.
Skull.
Viking.
Yeah.
I have the beard, but the rest of me is kind of like, you know.
Again, I'm kind of like the Thor of camping. I've got the physique.
You do have, I mean, you look like you drink mead.
You look like you live on a diet of mead.
Mead and meat.
So the Poteau Balloon Fest is October 18th and 19th. It is super important that everybody hear the words that are about to come out of my mouth. That is weather dependent.
Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know if you know this. If there, winds over 40 miles an hour, it's a no-show, no-go.
So if it's like a normal Tuesday in Oklahoma, your Balloon Fest may turn into a rocket fest as you hurtle through the skies.
And if this is your first Poteau Balloon Fest, it is a buyer beware. Keep an eye on the weather because it is no refunds on this puppy. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to poo-poo the festival,
True.
But if you're thinking about doing it, and if you're coming from a ways to do so, just make sure that
you schedule a little extra time for the change in time or day that might happen due to 90-mile-an-hour straight-line winds
that can happen at any moment.
South Oklahoma, yes.
And another toss back to Heavener. You can just slip over and check out the Runestone.
Absolutely. But this balloon festival was ranked number 3 in the top 40 things to do in Oklahoma in 2014.
Yeah, it was in OK-Centric magazine, so that's a big deal, folks. And it's kind of a rare treat that we get something like this. I know they had one at the Fire Lake Grand in Shawnee a couple months back. I think that was back in August. If you can't make it to the one in New Mexico, Poteau is the way to go.
Now, this one is at the LaFleur County Fairgrounds, but I do have a question for you, Mr. Manzer.
I don't like that.
Why not?
Because sometimes you set me up.
I'm not setting you up. I have a legitimate question.
Okay, now I have an illegitimate answer. Go for it.
You have a distinct fear of heights.
I do.
And water.
I'm working on the water thing. Slowly but surely.
Scary things.
Scary things.
What are you not afraid of? Let's start there. And then I'll whittle it down to where I was actually going originally.
I'm not afraid of long-term relationships. I'm not saying I'm good at them. I'm just saying I'm not afraid of them.
So, my original question.
Sure.
If I provide the adult diapers,
yes,
will you go on a balloon ride for the show?
Yes.
Really?
I would do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
We're getting this arranged. It will be on YouTube. Stay tuned for that. So, we have more music on our next event.
Tell me more.
Smokin' the Fort Barbecue and Bluegrass Festival, sir.
I love barbecue almost as much as I love music. But barbecue, boy, is expensive, son.
So this is yes, barbecue can be expensive.
Yes.
This particular festival, though, is in downtown historic Fort Gibson.
Never been to Fort Gibson.
And this is not just a barbecue festival. It is a barbecue contest.
Ah, boy.
Now, we are past the deadline to enter your food to win the prizes, but it is definitely not past the deadline for taste.
Well, I love to taste. I don't know that I can cook barbecue, but I love to taste it.
Well, I'm expecting that the food is going to be exceptional.
Yeah.
The top prize on the actual barbecue cooking contest is $1,000.
That's a lot of money.
So I'm guessing that there's going to be some high quality barbecue found at this particular festival.
Yes, I don't think this is going to be a place for rib crib. I'm sorry. Nothing against rib crib, but they're just not, you know what I mean? They're not $1,000 award winners.
And they're also not, they're not advertisers on the show.
No, they're not.
So categories for the smoking contest.
Mm-hmm.
It's meat. They've got meat, all the meats. So
all the
like
meats.
Chicken, brisket, pork, ribs. What did I forget? Like
I think that's it.
Small woodland creatures.
Yeah. I mean, you're checking, for me, you're checking all the boxes. I'm a ribs guy. I just feel like that's where the money is. But
smoked ribs or the shizzle.
It doesn't get any better than that. But they're also doing jellies and desserts.
And sauce.
How do you like your sauce?
Hot.
Yeah, me too. I like a little hot. Sometimes a little hot and tangy.
I like a good rock solid sweat while I'm eating barbecue.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter, I want to be sweating just a bit.
When heat meets meat and you get that combination of sweats, the meat sweats, the heat sweats, I think you're that's the sweet spot right there.
Right. Now, they are going to have live music the whole time. I just grabbed a selection of bands that are going to be there. So first and foremost, a band called the Green Butter Band. I don't care what kind of music you play. If your band is called the Green Butter Band, I'm probably going to listen.
I am going to listen.
They also have a group called the Full House Band.
And this isn't Uncle Jesse and the Rippers, is it?
It might be. I didn't think about the Full House. Yeah, this could be.
Could be.
And then also going to be there, Barrett Van Landingham. That's a bad ass name, Van Landingham.
He will cut you with something sharp, I think.
You know, he's lived his life with people butchering the name Van Landingham.
And you nailed it on the first trip.
And I've said Van Landingham like 10 times now.
Without a quiver or
hitch.
a hitch, anything. So
Barrett, you're welcome, sir.
So far, man, it's tied for second for me on things to do. But
desserts, I bet you could find some damn good desserts.
And they're judging them. So again, you got to put your money where your mouth is when you're putting your cobbler in the contest.
There's too many germs on your money. You put your money anywhere near your mouth.
That's true. And most people use cards. So good luck. Good luck swiping your card.
So it is still October.
It is.
So we're still trying to scare the bejesus out of you.
Yes. And we're headed way up yonder.
Muskogee. The Three Rivers Museum is putting on the Muskogee's Haunted History Tours from October 19th till October 26th.
Now, what I like, again, it's all about what we like. They're up front. It's ages 14 to adult, but the Haunted History Tours are not appropriate. The Haunted History Tours are not appropriate for young children.
And they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. No. Leave your kids at home.
Like, you're either going to not tell the whole story, or you're going to dumb it down for the kids so that they don't get scared. So I like the idea of an adults only or teen and up kind of situation on scary stuff.
Well, and I don't want to hear, where's the bathroom? I'm thirsty. I'm hungry.
So I was looking through the pictures that they have posted. They're the vintage pictures of the town and the townspeople.
Scary.
They're frightening.
They're frightening. Nice people now.
I'm sure they were nice back then, but those pictures, that whole early 1900s photography thing is just creepy.
My question is, when did we start smiling in photos? Because it didn't do much. Yeah, it doesn't do much for warming me up. I mean, I don't know. You're right. You turn of the century photographs, especially the ones where they have dead people that are posing. You ever seen those with the boat?
Yes.
That's almost too much.
It is. Now, just a warning, there is an event. The Fright Seeing Fort Gibson bus tour is sold out on the 19th.
Yes.
So you cannot take part in that.
But the walk.
The walk is cool.
Right.
There was a story that I grabbed, some of the history about which the haunted tour revolves around, the Muskogee Hotel.
Right.
So there is a story that there was a gentleman who rode into town and he stayed at the Severs Hotel. Is that Severs Hotel? Severs Hotel. He stayed at the Severs Hotel and supposedly robbed a bank. And then somebody knew that he had done it and they murdered him in his sleep in the hotel room and stole his money.
Wow.
And he is supposed to be one of the ghosts.
I hope he is. Jeez, man. He got the raw deal. He got raw dogged by somebody.
So he's probably looking for his money.
I must go to the Muskogee Ghost Walk. Sorry. I just can't avoid it. I can't avoid. I'm sleep deprived. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Keep downloading.
All right. So we don't have a map of the counties of Oklahoma. So we don't know what counties are South Dakota-ing us. Is that a word? South Dakota-ing us?
I kind of feel like it. They're giving us the OSD.
Yeah, we don't need the SD from any counties in Oklahoma.
Or better yet, they're being a bunch of SODs, is what I think they're being. Son of Dakotians.
So make sure that your county is not the South Dakota of Oklahoma.
Right.
And that you go and subscribe to our show, like our show, download it, share it. And I don't know how many times we have to say this, but share it with your damn grandma.
Right.
She still has not called us.
Yes. Find your favorite jelly and jam makers out there and tell them there's a new show. And these boys love to put apple butter on their biscuits. Butter our biscuits, Grandma. Can you do that? Will you just butter our biscuits?
There's a new show in town.
Butter our biscuits.
Please stop with the butter our biscuits stuff. Oh my God. This has been the Only in Oklahoma show. I am Harley.
And I am Brett. the best part of Cannonball Run, yeah, the movie was great, but you wanted to see Bert and Dom getting it on. Welcome to what was that? Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I hope you like us. Don't tell us if you don't. I mean, you can, but
I think it's kind of like this, isn't it?
You've got to take it a little bit closer to Wolfman Jack, but not full Wolfman Jack. You just gotta
kind of wolf pup Jack, right, baby?
No, you just went full Wolfman.
Take it back a little bit like this right here.
Almost like a
Krusty the Clown.
Krusty the Clown with the little Wolfman.
Little Wolfman.
Cool.
A little bit, almost like a little bit of.
Hey, it's Greg Zubik, baby.
Yep.
This week we're headed to Ada Potato.
Right? All right.
I mean, come on.
I know.
Dude, I don't
know.
ask that much of you.
Really
if I
don't.
ask you to do the damn Scooby voice, you should do the Scooby voice. Let's roll.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, welcome to the show. This go around, it's time to tell you what's going on your weekend. I didn't read the script at all. I pretty much did everything I wanted to do. And hardly choked on coffee. All right, coming up.
Woo! Okay, let's go. Let's try that one again.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go for the show.